Hi, I'm Megha Sinha, founder and CEO of Kolter AI and Camet Consulting Group. I've nearly spent 2 decades in life sciences, including 8 years at PwC, running some of the largest transformation programs in our industry. Yeah, all three have moved, but unevenly. The orchestrator role gained the most visible traction, though in many organizations that we're working with, it was a retitling exercise. People got the orchestrators, or people got called the orchestrators without being taught how to orchestrate or use the engine to help them. The interrogation muscle only develops when a system actually produces a plan to challenge. In manufacturing and quality, increasingly there is one. But in lifecycle change execution or geo expansion, there was not, which is why embedding learning in life programs, a rebrand, a site transfer, an MH transfer has been the hardest of the three. You cannot train a team to pressure test a plan for site transfer across 40 markets when no system generates that plan. That gap was hidden by the absence of a tool. The muscle had nothing really to push against. And this is the part that has started to change now. And it is why we are now in conversations with pharma companies who want to put the engine, Kolter AI, that we built to work, because it computes an entire change across every market before a single affiliate is contacted. So the affiliate no longer really starts from scratch. They validate a plan instead of building one over months. This is cost, it is time, and it is a different job. The local team really have to shift their mindset from constructing the plan to challenging it, which is exactly the muscle that industry has to start to train now, given that give the people a computed plan to interrogate, and the skill gaps that we're seeing will start to close on its own. I think this is the prediction I was most right about, but we're only halfway through 2026. So the dominant theme so far is the orchestration of work across functions and platforms. Companies own plenty of point solutions across regulatory, quality, manufacturing, labeling, and planning. And as I had said, the struggle is how work flows between them. The digital twins that matured this year, live in supply chain and process, but the regulatory execution lives in a separate track. At the level of an incumbent, at the level of the platforms that are already available, they still don't connect a CMC change or a site transfer to the variations, label updates, grace periods, and country by country waves it triggers, each traced to the regulations it comes from. Industry analysis puts that connected network as something companies realize closer to the next decade, which I don't think is true. I think that is the timeline we have compressed. The connective tissue that everyone described as years away is exactly what we built. The layer that takes these changes, process change or site move, and computes its own compliant cross-market plan, your filings, your label updates, your implementation waves, market by market. This was never an incremental feature gap, right? You can't just put this on top of your current data and make this happen. This is the missing primitive automated impact assessment across functions and markets. This is why the companies that are coming to us are not asking whether it can be done. They've lived the manual version of this their whole careers. They're asking how fast they can stop, so it's no longer an aspiration. This is running.